What if I told you that the thing that you've been trying to fix is not exactly the problem? When we talk about addictions or habits, most people immediately go to correction mode. Stop doing it. Be more disciplined. Have more self-control. But here's the problem with that approach. If you only focus on stopping the behavior, it usually comes back.
Nhom now, it's all I need, yeah, it's all I need, yeah.
Because addictions are rarely the problem. They're solutions. Not good ones, not sustainable ones, but solutions nonetheless. They attempt to regulate something, right? To cope, to manage an internal state that has not been addressed yet. Research in psychology around coping behaviors and habit loops shows that many repetitive behaviors are tied to emotional regulation, stress relief, avoidance of discomfort. So the behavior isn't actually random as you think. It's actually doing a particular job. And if you remove the behavior without understanding the job that it was doing, your mind will find another way to solve the same problem. So sometimes people are like, I'm going to stop smoking, so I'm gonna, take a lollipop or whatever. It's just shifting that. You get what I mean? You see, that's why simply trying harder doesn't always work long term, because you're addressing the expression but not the need. So the question shifts from how do I stop these to what is this helping me manage? For a lot of high-functioning people, this is even harder to recognize because you're consistent, you're responsible, you show up, but that doesn't mean everything is resolved internally. High-functioning allows you to carry responsibility well, but it doesn't automatically process what you feel. So sometimes the habit becomes the only place where something is released. This is where compassion matters, because if you treat the behavior like the enemy, you miss the message. The behavior is telling you something here needs attention, not punishment. Here's a simple framework to work through it. Number 1, identify the pattern. When does this behavior show up the most? Is it stress, fatigue, pressure, or loneliness? Number 2, ask real question. What problem is this solving for me at this current moment? Like, be honest and be authentic within yourself. Is it numbing, distraction, control, or relief? So what is missing in your life that this behavior is compensating it for? Rest, emotional processing, boundaries, support? Don't just remove the habit, introduce something that meets the same need in a healthier, more sustainable way. Even in scripture, transformation is not just about stopping, it's about renewal. In Romans 12:2, it speaks about being transformed by renewing of your mind. That's not surface level change, that's actually internal alignment. So instead of asking, why can't I stop? Ask, what has this been solving for me that I haven't addressed yet? Because until the real problem is seen, the solution, no matter how unhealthy it is, will keep returning over and over, or you can't even solve the actual problem without identifying what it is meeting. If this gives you a different way to see yourself, take your time with it. And if you're ready to build a life that actually supports you, stay here. Nhom, a free mind.